If you are not comfortable working in real estate on commission, you should not be doing this job. The money that you work for is what you earn. It's your blood, your sweat, your tears.
Today's guest is Angela Gegg, founder and CEO of AG Assets Real Estate.
Commercial real estate is very niche. It's a different ball game. I'm an A-type personality. I'm an alpha female. This is obvious.
Being a boss lady comes at the expense of romanticism.
Yeah.
No romantic life.
Like, as a powerful woman, the last thing I want is a sissy boy. The man is supposed to be superior to that woman.
What is feminism in your understanding?
I don't even know. I don't even know why it's there. Like, it shouldn't even, like, why is it even a word?
I love this.
Just kidding. But I...
Hello, what's up? And welcome back to another episode of the Traders Brawl Podcast, where we feature entrepreneurs, money gurus, business leaders, and even fitness freaks on the show. I'm Adel, your host, and if you're new here, welcome. Today's guest is Angela Gegg, founder and CEO of AG Assets Real Estate, a boutique brokerage redefining Dubai's property scene. Known as the queen of commercial real estate, Angela has spent over 14 years at the forefront of high-profile commercial and investment deals in Dubai. Angela, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Adele.
How are you doing?
Amazing. It's amazing to be here with you today. Thanks.
It's really great to be sharing this seat with another content creator, which I don't get often. I get business leaders, but not business leaders and content creators.
Yeah.
What's it like to be, before we get into it, give us a quick introduction about yourself in your own words for those who don't know you.
Oh, geez, I think you did me justice with your intro. I mean, you did me justice, you know?
Okay.
I think it is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of different facets besides the real estate. I mean, I do do media. I've done television my whole life. I'm a published author, published books. I'm an artist. I'm in museums. But I have like a very distinct art background. And then I fell in love with real estate, like you said, 14 years ago. And it was just a game changer for me. And my primary focus is that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you've been called the queen of commercial real estate. How did this title come about and what does it mean to you?
So it means a lot to me because I don't want to seem like I'm too forward or too into myself.
Yeah.
So I don't like to use it often. But it was given to me back in 2016 when I sold my first building.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, commercial real estate is very niche. It's a different ball game. There's not many people that do it, you know? There are 99% of the residential real estate brokers, and 1% was doing commercial. It's very specialized. It's very corporate. It's very involved. It has a different level of your mind has to work differently. Your contracts are not 1 year Ijari. You're knocking out 25-year leases. I'm taking 100 PDCs on a deal. Like when I closed my first hospital, it was literally a 25-year lease, 100 post-dated checks, PDCs. But in 2016, one of my biggest sales was 127 million, and I brokered both sides, both parties. I was the central broker. I handled everything. It was a Musatha deal, so there was a land lease involved, and then I sold the asset, which is a G+6, 2 basements on it. And not many women, A, were doing it at the time, and B, it's just such a different space of real estate that the guys in the industry would always be like, she's our queen. As I was one of a kind.
Yeah.
There are not a lot of women that do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm so impressed that women are stepping it up right now. More women are getting into commercial. I personally hire women at the agency and I train them. But back in 2016, this wasn't the case. If that makes sense.
That's changed. So much has changed since.
Yeah.
And now, media personality, when did that come in? Because real estate has been around for ages, but being a media personality and getting into content, that only came around, let's say, was it 2010 or
For me?
For you?
No, I started in media.
You started in media.
So I was the host of Deal or No Deal back in the Caribbean. I'm a live TV talk show host. Like I had Mega Bingo. I was on Channel 5 every Wednesday and Saturday. I was the host of Carnival for Channel 7.
Right.
So I was the host. I had a cooking show for 6 years. This was back in the Caribbean where I used to live. So my whole life was spent on camera. I mean, I was 3 dancing ballet,
Right.
doing full performance art, singing opera at 12. Like, no, I come from an arts background.
Yeah, what I meant was social media.
Social media.
Social media.
Well, my Facebook fan page was verified even before I got to Dubai 14 years ago. So, I mean, I always was in that space because of the TV world.
Yes.
But when I became more of a content creator here, I
Yeah.
think, probably around 2010,
Yeah.
I was probably one of the first real estate content creators in the game. And a lot of people forget that. I was pushing out videos. I was doing it back in the day when no one else was doing it.
Right.
And then I think I just got so unimpressed with people that I stepped back from doing it for a while.
Right.
And I was no longer promoting real estate on my pages. And then when I opened my firm a few years ago, it was right over COVID, people were like, you have a large following. Why aren't you promoting real estate? I was like, dude, no brainer. Yes, back to doing real estate content. But I try, there's just so many people try to do it now, and it's just a lot of it's fake.
Yes.
And I don't like anything that's disingenuous. So
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Lots have changed since bots have come in. The way that to really compete, most people boost their posts, which is fine. You no issue on boosting, but then every post has to be boosted. Otherwise, if you don't boost it, the previous post won't look the same as the new
yeah,
one.
I see what
You
you're
have to
saying.
maintain the consistency. So some people actually end up not posting at all unless it's a really, really good post. But in life, not every post has to be a hit. Not every
Absolutely.
song has to break records.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then like there's a bunch of real estate Instagram pages. They're always like, can we feature what deals you've closed? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shill my business out there like that. You know, people who know me in the industry, they just know. You know, I've been mentioned I've spoken on Dubai Eye several times and the commercial space. I've written for the Real Estate Market Report over and over again. I've written for, the Red Reports. I'm quite well known in that area as an expert in my field.
Right.
So people who know me, they know what I do.
So you've also been featured in magazines.
Yeah,
Tell us
lots.
a bit about that.
Oh, well, I had my first real estate magazine cover recently, which was very special to me, from RIM, the Real Estate Industry Magazine. It's a Canadian-based magazine, Canada and Dubai. And I was the first woman to get the cover, and they, of course, talked about the commercial queen on that magazine. So that was really special. Other than that, all the other real estate magazines, I've been in Prestige multiple times, and it's inserts, it's inside, pages inside, but never the cover. I was on my first real estate, I was in my first, not real estate, but I was on a cover, but this is my second cover. But this is for my industry that I'm so passionate about. So it's more important to me.
While we're on the topic of real estate, since AG Assets is a boutique brokerage, what about it that's specifically unique versus other brokerages?
So we are very hands-on. So my clients know that I will go through hell and back for them, get them what they need done. If my client wants to give me a power of attorney for immigration so that I can cancel his golden visa so that we can sell the asset, I will be at every immigration counter. I will do everything for that client at no extra cost. I am like a jack of all trades. Then they give me the POA to do the property transfers. I'm also their broker. And legally, I can't be the active broker on a contract if I'm their POA. So I come off the contract, but I just handle the transaction for the clients. I literally will do everything for my customers when it comes to business, like point A, B, C, D, and I do it very well. I'm one of the most dedicated people in my field and in my industry, and my agents follow suit. Everybody is the same. We work for our clients, and they know we don't ever turn off our phones. We'll answer our calls 24/7 when you need us on a Sunday. It's just we work for what we earn. We're commission-based people. We work.
It must be very hard. I mean, for those who say aren't comfortable, stable, would I say, earning purely on commissions. What's your take on that?
So I've been on commission for almost 15 years.
Really?
I've never had a salary.
Never?
Never worked on a salary.
But even with media?
That was different.
That was
but I
different.
mean, in the real estate industry.
Okay.
Yeah, in media, of course I did. But when it comes to real estate, and if you are not comfortable working in real estate on commission, you should not be doing this job. If you do not believe in yourself 100,000 million bazillion %,
Yeah.
you have no place. So if anybody comes to me for an interview and they say they need a salary for the first few months, you're not going to cut it, my friend. If you are not so confident in your ability, I can sell you a paperclip, like literally. And the money that you work for is what you earn because it's your blood, your sweat, your tears. And if you are not confident, passionate, if you don't take the time to dedicate yourself to learn, to understand this industry, to understand that it changes daily and to stay with the program, you will not make it.
Damn, that's raw. But it's the truth. It's like survival of the fittest, really. You either sink or swim. You either survive or drown.
Right.
It's now to my question last time. I sort of alluded to the idea that it's a dog-eat-dog culture because everybody is on commission basis. Nobody has salaries, and everybody is after every single deal.
In the residential space.
It's
different because very few of us have my skills.
Right. So that's different from the space that you're in, which is the commercial space.
Right.
Where you sell buildings.
I sell buildings. I lease buildings. I do full floors. I think I've done a good 6 buildings in my career. I deal with like high-end, high-profile, like corporate clients, hospitals, schools. I do industrial, I do everything in the space, and it's a very different type of real estate.
And in this type of real estate, are deals faster, like easier to be done there than residential?
Absolutely not. Residential is like taking candy from a baby.
Right.
Off plan, it's khalas, yani. So what I like to say, and I've said this a few times, and people always get annoyed with me. I'm like, listen, I'm like literally the heart surgeon of real estate.
Okay.
You guys are doing off plan. It doesn't really require any skills. Like you guys literally can boil an egg, and then that's all you do. And then if you're doing residential, secondary, some deals are complicated. Okay, you're like boiling pasta and serving bolognese. I cook full course meals from scratch, including the seasoning. This is what we do in commercial, right? We are hardcore. Like I am the doctor. I do the open heart surgery. You guys are just injecting Botox. But I'm not want to take away from them. They still work. Kudos to them. Good for anybody who wants to do real estate. Residential real estate is a beautiful thing. I myself just sold a penthouse, a triplex penthouse in downtown overlooking the fountains a few months ago. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. So if you can do commercial, you can do anything.
Right.
But they can't do what we do.
Ah.
Anybody injecting Botox cannot do open heart surgery, but an open heart surgeon can inject Botox.
Okay.
It's a bit different. And I would implore more women to get into the field, but the pipeline takes longer to close. I've worked on deals for 2 years. So you have to build that pipeline, and it requires full dedication. It's no joke. And sometimes we have solicitors, we do long-term leases. There's a lot to it from a legal structured point of view. Contracts I write are like 30 plus pages.
Wow.
They're not a one page, we don't have a 1 year jari, and we have increments, there's increases, especially in a leasing space. I'm not talking about sales, I'm talking about leasing. Which is 85% of the commercial industry. So there's just a lot to it. But I feel if I was, I'm an A-type personality, I'm an alpha female, this is obvious, this is no secret. But I feel if I wasn't doing this, I'd be really bored.
Yeah, I can see that. You need a job that complements your personality. And you feel this is the perfect job for it.
Oh, I love it. I'm so obsessed with it. So when I first came to the UAE, Adel, I'll tell you, because I have the writing background as an author and in the art space, I was writing for a real estate company. I was doing their content for them. I was writing their blogs and doing everything. And that's how I started learning about real estate. I was so fascinated. I was like, this is amazing stuff. This is back in 2011, 2010, I was like, wow, so cool. I went to the owner of that company and I said, I'd like to become a broker.
Yeah.
I think I was getting paid $2,500 a page, which was compared to what you could make as a real estate agent. And he said, absolutely not. You'll never make it in this business. And the guy and I are still friends today. He always comes to me after, biggest regret not hiring you.
Yeah?
Absolutely. He always says my biggest regret was not hiring you because I came in and I smashed the market.
Can you name him?
I wouldn't want to.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I know.
He knows who he is.
Okay.
I spoke to him earlier, but no, I wouldn't name and shame anyone.
No, I know. Of course. I mean, it's not shaming. It's more like...
But in fact, if you ever meet him, he'll tell you about it. He'll say, listen, man, this girl, biggest mistake ever.
Let's talk a bit about your books.
Okay.
So you've authored 2 books.
Yes.
Tell me what inspired you and what are the books about?
Well, I'm a spoken word artist. So it means I am a poet. So my books are pure poetry. but they're hardcore poetry. So my first book, it's called The Light, the Dark, and Everything in Between. It's a compilation of art and poetry, but I'm like a slam poet, so I can get on stage with a microphone and spit lyrics and just get down.
Really?
What?
Really?
Oh, please.
Can you do it right now?
Yeah. You are the bane of my existence. It's like the persistence of memory come back to haunt and condemn me. For surely I could have seen it in those eyes that looked at me in the face. Disgrace, I say, for you to portray such a level of indecency. One day, your words, your actions, and your choices will come back to haunt you. Silly me to think that you actually loved me.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm a bit of a lyricist.
Okay.
I have some hardcore stuff. I wouldn't do them on camera in Dubai. I'm known for being very risque in that space of art.
And what got you into it?
I was born into it. No. I was born into it.
You were born into this.
I'm a born creative. I wrote my first book when I was 12. Okay. It was called On a Typewriter. 12 years old, this is what I was doing. I'm an island chick living on an island. What do? You create. You create art. You write. I come from a family of artists as well. So a lot of people my grandfather was on the Dogs of War. He was in the Mosquito Coast. He was also an actor and a singer. And so I come from that. I have a lot of family members, especially in the UK, that are artists and well known in that world.
Right.
So it's just, I think it's pure genetics.
Okay.
I think some people just have that right brain.
And both books were both in the poetry side, correct?
Yeah.
Did you ever talk about sex?
Sex sells, but smoking marijuana kills your brain cells. Don't stop. Don't let me
Because
get
you
started.
can't be a poet and not talk about sex.
Of course, there was a whole chapter on sex in book 2.
Of course. So,
But my sex was a bit different.
Tell me.
It was more, so it's more about how sex sells. The industry of sex sells. Like also about being a woman. So one of the things that I will say that perhaps I've struggled with is being a woman in a man's world.
Yes.
Because obviously we are not respected enough. We're not looked at the same. In a lot of cases, I go to events and people are like, which company do you work for?
I know.
Oh, well,
and they assume you work for your...
Yeah, I'm like, I own, But even back when it's always been a challenge. I've had male employees tell me they can't work for me because I'm a woman. Like and it just is what it is. I understand my role. I am a woman. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. These are my chromosomes. I love being a woman. I would not change it for the world. But me wanting to have a business and be a power woman, I don't know, like people just sometimes they don't like it. Really men have the mentality, and not all, but some sit down and look pretty, and that's it. That you can't have both. Like an ex of mine used to tell me, you can't be pretty and smart, pick one. He would tell me that constantly. So a lot of times I would want to break boundaries, but sex does sell. But I'm not grotesque when I talk about sex. I talk about the sexist movement perhaps, or, men, relationships. And a lot of my pieces are because of ex-boyfriends.
Of course. We're all sort of broken from our past.
Absolutely.
A piece of us is taken away or destroyed.
Yeah.
And it makes a new version of you.
Right.
A more defensive version. Right? Would you agree?
Correct, yes. I think I'm no longer defensive. I think I used to be.
Okay.
I think that I used to be extreme, and I look back at my book now and I'm like, I'm traumatized at some of the things that I've written. Like, I'm like, wow, I really put myself out there. Like, my books are not sold here, so you can't buy them. They're sold Amazon US, but for a long time, I hid that side of me in the UAE because art wasn't a thing here, but now it is. And I'm actually thinking about compiling the 2 books and just publishing one here, with the more light kind of stuff. And I think that I've also changed as a human being. I used to be angry. I'm not anymore. I think that I never used to understand that why me as a girl, I did not have the equal respect that, like my brother would come along and my dad would be like, he's the boy. So like, just saying in context or at business, I had someone say, I can't work for you. Why? Because you're a woman. I just can't take orders from a girl. And I was like, seriously? And I think in my 20s or whatever, I was so offended by that. But I'm so khaliwali and so carefree now. It's a different mindset of mine. I no longer care. I don't give a shit. Sorry about the
No,
language.
it's okay. Your anger comes from a place of oppression, feeling oppressed. Is that right? Because men have some kind of advantage over women in a man's world.
Absolutely.
And it still is, despite feminist movements, we still are at a disbalance today.
And the irony is I'm not a feminist in the least. When I'm in my relationship, my man has to be superior to me. I don't want to be calling the shots in the relationship. I call the shots in life, but in my relationship, he's always have to be above me.
Oh, wow.
I always believe my man has to be superior to me, more alpha than me, and in control.
Mm-hmm.
I really do believe on that level in a relationship, but not in business.
Yeah.
But of course, if he's superior to me in the relationship, he will be in business as well. The likelihood of it is, unless he really knows how to handle me. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
But for a long time, I think I struggled with that because my partners would always just be like, shut up and look pretty. You need to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Like, these are things that I was told, like by the men in my life. And it was a different time. And I was just like, no, this is not all I was put on this earth to do.
Agreed. Yeah.
It's not what I was put here to do. I was put here to make a difference. And I have a voice. And I have a powerful voice. And, back in the day, I used to go speak at colleges and what have you. And I know that I know my presence on a microphone. I know what happens. A different person takes over. I'm not me.
Yes.
And I do a lot of mentorship and a lot of things like this. And I know that people can gravitate. That energy is different. And I can go into a school and like disrupt the entire school where the kids are freaking out. I get standing ovations when I do stuff. But the guys behind the scenes, they hate me for it.
Yeah.
So it was a weird space. And then I came in, the irony is I got into real estate and I started doing also commercial, which men used to do and not women back when, So I don't know if it's just my nature to want to challenge myself or to be challenged, but I don't know.
I want to talk a bit. I love this. I love this response. I want to get more into it because I'm so intrigued. I'm not even looking at the iPad.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the in a relationship versus business. You said your man has to be superior to me.
Absolutely.
What do you mean by superior? Superior in terms of stability, or more like able to control you? How?
Both,
Okay.
like on every level.
Okay.
But even if he's on his way up to the business, as long as he can control, you have to handle the candle.
You have to handle your woman.
The candle. Like as a powerful woman, the last thing I want is a sissy boy,
Of course.
I want to be a girl. Like, I want to be that girl when I'm home or with him.
You want to be spooned.
Correct.
You want to be treated.
I like to actually serve, like, as well. Like, I love to cook for my partner. I want to serve him, sit with him, cuddle, like, do all the girly stuff. It's there. And the irony is most people are like, oh, she's so intimidating. She's going to be a boss. No, I'm not going to be a boss at home at all.
Yeah.
He needs to take the rope.
Of course. I think that you're right there because look, when you're in the workplace, you're in work. You're in work mode. The brain is for work, for money, for profit, for closing deals. When you step into your home, you are now a girl. You're now the wife to your man.
Correct.
Right? This is no longer work. This is I'm you. I belong to you.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
Right.
And I'm into that whole ownership stuff. I do belong to him.
Right.
I am his property and he is mine, but I'm a Scorpio, it's how we go, it's how we roll.
Right.
But then people get confused when I become submissive in a relationship because they're like, but you're such a boss. You even have a podcast called the Girl Boss Podcast. But that doesn't mean I want to be that with my partnership. Men and women are meant. The man is supposed to be superior to that woman. It is the way it works, and it's what I grew up seeing. It's what I know and what I know to be true, and it's what I know to want. But just because I want to be successful in business, like I was telling a friend of mine recently, he's like, Ange, most men just don't get it. They don't understand why you're the way that you are. Because they expect, they see you and like you're a ball buster. I'm like, I'm not a ball buster. They're like, you are. And I'm like, absolutely not. I like a certain lifestyle. Okay.
Right.
I'm fancy. I'm bougie.
Yes.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I always have been. I always will be. And if I don't have someone supporting me or taking care of business, I'll do it myself. He's a bonus, But I like certain things. And in order for me to have certain things, I have to work to achieve them. We all have goals. We all have plans.
True.
And part of my plan is to live a good lifestyle. And as you know, as I told you before, I give back. I'm not one of these people who lives.
Yes.
I do a lot of charity fundraising. I do stuff with animals. I do stuff with, like here over COVID, I did a lot of fundraising for the zoo. I'm well known for it, for the dogs as well. Any of the stray, animal shelters. I always try to do what I can. I have, a scholarship program for some kids. I like nice things and I work to get them, but I also really believe in this round world. I believe the cycle of life.
Right.
In order to keep receiving, you must give. And it's just that.
Right.
I'm really spiritual, I think I told you as well. I'm really into my faith. I pray multiple times a day. I'm very into God. I'm a God-fearing woman. I wake up and I say thank you. Every morning I say, I would like to think it's every morning for a breath to wake up. I go to sleep, I say my prayers, I say please, and I bless people, not just myself. Like, I really believe faith is a huge aspect as well of success. And when I meet people who have no faith, well, I won't judge them. I mean, they are who they are. But for me personally, these things really matter to me.
But would you say people, the man that your dream person man has no faith, but is that like a deal breaker to you if he doesn't have faith in God? Let's say he's agnostic, but he's a really gentleman.
No, I couldn't.
You couldn't? He has to be faithful?
I mean...
Even if he's a gentleman?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Really?
Because I'm so grateful and thankful to God every day. How could he not be?
But maybe he wasn't raised in that culture.
Well, I'll change him.
Okay, you can try.
I wasn't raised in that culture.
Yeah?
This is my own. So I went to an all-girls Catholic high school.
Yeah, that's a culture.
I was such a rebel growing up. No. I was the rebel kid, but no, I don't know. I don't understand when there are so many people, and I've had this conversation with friends and we get into it, and I have a lot of friends that aren't. But I think for my partner, I have a cross tattooed on my wrist, dude. Like for my human partner, I would want him
to be Christian.
It's not Christian, but not just that. Like the belief in God, and I believe in all religions. I don't believe in just one. Like I'm not one of these people that says my religion is the right. I just believe in God.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. If he was able to say I believe in God, I don't believe in a particular religion.
That's fine.
That's fine, right?
Absolutely, I've written pieces on that.
Okay.
So there are pieces that I've written in I think book 2 about that.
Okay.
So I mean, all religions are beautiful, and one thing I like to say that. And maybe some people get annoyed, but I think that religion is a recipe to cook, to serve one God.
Okay.
Let's say if you have you have chicken, how many ways you have to cook the chicken? You can fry it, bake it, broil it. You can make stir-fried chicken. You can do so many different things with the one ingredient. Everything around it, the condiments, the potatoes, the rice, it's all different ways to serve.
Yes.
That one dish, but you have one main ingredient, and that one main ingredient is God.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I see your point.
However, anybody chooses their own, even if they want to go to a forest and have their own vibe, cool by me. But you know what I mean?
I get you mean. Yeah, the main thing that pumps the veins.
I do not go to church, but I'm a faith-kept woman, if that makes sense. I believe in my faith, but it doesn't mean that I'm. And I like I said, for me to date a guy, I've never have, so I don't know. It's never come my way where I've had an agnostic or atheist.
No, I know.
It's never come my way.
Yes.
So I don't know actually. Perhaps I'd take it as a challenge. Like, hey, honey, you have
challenge
me.
accepted.
You've been blessed. You've been blessed by God already. You have me. Just kidding.
I love this. But given that you mentioned you're a type A personality.
Absolutely.
Do you think the kind of man that you need is not a type A man? Just to balance it.
So I will say that my perfect partner in my entire life has been a Libra, which is the complete opposite of me.
Okay.
So yes.
Which is a balance.
That has been the best. The best was the yin and the yang.
Right.
Libras are, like my mother is a Libra and she's my best friend. I love you, mommy. No, my mom is my best friend. She really is.
Oh,
Mom's right.
great.
Everybody knows Miss Debbie Gegg. Woo!
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But mom's also a Libra.
Okay.
So when I find like somebody's a Libra, I'm like, oh, I get it. No wonder we click. Libras are the yin to my yang.
Right.
And Libras are, they're a calm person. Now, they're October, guys.
Yes.
If anybody out there was wondering, Libras are Octobers.
Right.
Libras tend to be my best friends and likely that type of sign, my best partner.
And what kind of sort of personality type are they? More like introverted, would you say? Or
I haven't dated one in a really long time. It's
Okay.
usually type A men that
that you tend to attract, right?
these days, yes.
I see.
Yes.
I see. So here's the thing with the type A people, which I think I consider myself, is that when you have a type A person, you're dating a type A woman. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. What tends to just happen is, well, she's also working, like she's a workaholic. And so it's hard to find romantic time together.
But I make time for the guys I want to spend time with.
Uh-huh.
So there was a guy recently and he was trying to date me. And I went out with him once and I was just like, oh, I can't be bothered. You know, and he's so persistent. Good on him, you know, he keeps, oh God, I shouldn't be saying this in public.
You didn't name him, it's fine.
And he keeps messaging and I'm like, haven't you gotten the hint? I'm just not interested. Like, but if he moved my being, I would make all the time for him in the world.
If he moved your what?
My being, like my soul, like, you know when you're around somebody and they have that energy.
That
and
energy,
there's
that
that kind of
fire.
like electric and you feel them and they're so impressive with what they say and how they behave. And there are people that are.
Yes.
Just, you look at them and you're like, hello, hi. So it can happen. I would make the time for that human. I won't make the time for someone I'm uninterested in.
Of course. Right. Yeah, this is what the $1 million question is, like finding what's the key ingredient to a successful relationship. Like, business is business, but we're talking relationship here because I mentioned in Money Monday, we talked about being a boss lady comes with its own expenses, which is at the expense of romanticism, you know?
Yeah.
No romantic life.
It's hard, yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? And do you regret it?
I'll tell you why it's hard. No, I don't regret it at all. I can snap my fingers and have anything if I want, you know? But I opt not to. Sorry.
I love it.
Sorry, guys. No, but my point is, I have no shortage of men. I just have a shortage of men that I want. They're there. That doesn't mean that I'm going to settle for them.
Right.
If they're not in my mindset caliber, if they can't take charge, if they can't handle the candle, if they don't step up to the plate, if they act like a sissy boy, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know, like, I don't regret it because I could be with someone, but a lot of people who settled are just not happy.
Yeah.
So I feel, like I said, I think at that night as well, I might be alone, but I'm far from lonely. Like, I am not a lonely person. And I love spending time alone. Like, I'm not one of these people that needs friends or wants friends.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I have a lot of them and I love my friends sincerely and truly. But on a Sunday, my phone's on Do Not Disturb. Don't bother me. Leave me alone. I like my Sundays. But if I have a guy that I want to be with, I'll prioritize him over doing that.
Makes sense.
I mean, they're there. But like my other friend was telling me, most guys are just too intimidated because they think that I'll be a boss everywhere. And I'm like, no.
No, I'm really glad to hear this from especially from a woman in a male-dominated world. I won't say industry, world.
Yeah, world.
We do live in
Precisely.
a male-dominated world.
Yes.
We've talked entrepreneurship, we've talked real estate, we've talked sort of dating. Now I want to move on to charity work.
Sure.
So you've done some charity work and you still continue to do it.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that.
Oh, it's such a good feeling to give back, to be honest with you. Genuinely feels great to impact people's lives or to help, or like, let's say, even if it's with animals, like the other day I'm in this group and they were like, we really need some food for the dog. So I went on, I think I ordered like 18 bags and I sent the dog food and she's like, 18 bags? And I'm like, listen, I can afford it. Like, it's not the end of the earth for me to, if these babies are in need, and they were having a sale too. It wasn't that big. It didn't break my pocket, you know?
Yeah.
And believe me, if there was something I wanted, I would opt not to buy it. I'd rather get the stuff for the dogs. Like, let's say if I'm budgeting, I don't need the handbag. I have enough things.
Yes.
I don't need. I'd rather put it somewhere else. And I do know, because I have faith, that it comes back.
Yeah.
Like the whole circle comes back to me. And recently I was on a trip, in Belize and I ended up in a village and I was dancing with the Garifuna girls. I just went to this random bar and it made the news. Belize Breaking News did a feature on it, so it's quite funny. And I just felt like I wanted to give something to these kids. I wanted to sponsor their education. So I ended up now doing a scholarship program for them. And they have to maintain good grades. The girls know. I speak with them. I speak to the family. I plan to go back and visit as well. I am planning to open an NGO so that more people can get on board with this. These were the most pure, beautiful souls that I connected with in a very rural village. And it was just, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful feeling. Not everybody can understand what I'm saying because most people don't care.
Yes.
But, it is a beautiful thing. And I do a lot of donations in here. And as you know, on Instagram, I don't post any of this stuff. I don't share any of this stuff. It's all private. Lately, lately people are like, you should share a bit more because other people will do it with you. And I'm finding that to be true. Like I have another friend now. She's like, I'm coming with you next time you go. I was like, come, let's go visit. We're going to go down and to the school and, try to do what we can to help the kids.
It's really amazing that you're doing this. I'm curious to know, were you always like this or did something change?
Always.
You were always giving?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My mom is giving.
Okay.
So I grew up in a giving household. And my love language is gifts.
Interesting.
So we all have our love language.
Yeah.
Mine is presents.
Presents.
I speak with presents. I like presents. And if a friend comes to my birthday and doesn't bring a gift, I am offended. I've had to work on my brattiness. No, I've had to, I like presents. Presents move me. And I also love to give, but I love to receive.
Of course.
And I believe to receive, you must give. Like it is,
Yes,
right? No,
yes.
but my mother's a giver. So mama we grew up with this, but it doesn't mean that the other siblings are doing it. It's something that but so funny. I'll tell you, my father's a hardcore businessman.
Yeah.
My mom's a giver and she's the homemaker. She's my, daddy's wife and stuff. They just celebrated 50 years.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah. But somebody asked me like, who do you take after, mom or dad? I'm like, well, I'm a perfect mix of both because business-wise, I'm my father.
Yeah.
The emotional, sweet, like little cookie monster, my mama.
Yeah.
So I'm a perfect combination of them both, but I can compartmentalize, whereas a lot of people can't. There are two different sides of me. In business, I'm one thing, and in being the giver, I'm another.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's really good to know. Wow. There's so much to unpack here, but I think I wanna finish up soon.
Sure.
And I wanna finish off with asking you a question on if you could go back in time. If you didn't find real estate, what would Angela be doing today? If you didn't find like real estate in the first place? TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or like public speaking, which is what I love to do. I would be hardcore, like on the microphone.
And right off the back of this, for women out there working in men industries, working in a man's world, what would be your advice for them to persevere, or how to handle the stresses that come with such dynamics?
Well, I don't think any woman that steps into that role would do unless she was completely capable and born with the ability to do so.
Right.
So if they need my advice, they're in the wrong industry, but I can still give it. But I do believe that certain people were born to do certain things. I was born being the most outspoken, loud, vivacious. My mom will tell you stories of me as a kid walking up to boys in the mall, little blonde teen girl, saying, "Hey, you, why do you have long hair? Are you a boy or a girl?" Like I would stand up on a chair and like, "Is everybody in here?" Like I was always this personality type.
I see.
Right? So I do believe we're born to do certain things. But if you're trying to get in that role and you are not absolutely, completely confident in yourself, find a mentor, a woman mentor who you think can mold you, can help you, because people can learn. Yes, I believe we're born to do something.
Yes.
But other people can learn.
Yeah.
That's why you have people like Tony Robbins, who has his events, and you have these amazing, Grant Cardone, these people that are doing what they're doing and they encourage others. But if you're a woman wanting to step into that world, find a woman mentor who can help you, mold you, build you up, and help your confidence levels stay high, because it's easy to lose your confidence if you are not super confident in yourself.
Right. And lastly, do you think the current modern system of men and women working both, some theorize that when feminism started, where women started demanding equal rights.
That's stupid. I'm not interested.
Yeah,
in that.
I know. But let me just say one thing. This was all sort of a disguise.
He's not doing the laundry. It's not happening.
Of course. But this whole feminism movement of getting women to work, to demand for the same equal pay as men, was actually disguised as taxing women. Because when women work, They pay taxes. And in the government's eyes, hey, that's
but that's
money.
not it. That's not a different. We're talking about the West.
Right, we're talking about the West, not here. But that's what I'm saying. And do you agree with that? Like,
I just think it's all. I think the world. That's just silly.
What is feminism in your understanding?
I don't even know. I don't know why it's there. Like, it shouldn't even. Like, why is it even a word? Like, what? Why? I just don't understand. Like, we are not equal, and that is a fact. There is nothing on the world that you can tell me that we are equal. We are not. Men are born leaders. Some women are, but the majority of women are meant to be homemakers. They're mothers, they have children, they do these things. Like, it's the women that birth the children. Like, it's our chromosomes that make us unique, different. And yes, while I understand there's this other preferences of the him, shim, whatever, but that's the Western, like, I don't understand it. Personally, it's just not something I get. I'll tell you a really funny story. I was before I opened my company, I was commercial director at this other company, and one of the MD and I would always talk about this stuff. He's British. And I'd be like, dude, why are you doing your laundry? Like, you have a wife, like, what's wrong with you? And I'd be like, and he'd be like, Angela, you are such a power woman here that I tend to forget you have an old school mentality. And I'm like, why? Like, he's like, oh, I was late today because I had to iron my shirt. I'm like, ugh, why are you ironing? You have a wife.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so offended that she made him iron his shirt. I would never make my man iron his shirt.
Wow.
Like, you are, no. Like, it's a no for me.
Wow.
And it's so funny because people always say they get so confused by, he called me an anomaly. He's like, you're such an anomaly. It's so confusing speaking to you because you're such a boss, but then you have this really girly side.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but why can't I do both?
Yeah.
Why can't I be both? Just because my boss persona is there doesn't mean I'm not a girl. I still want to be,
You still want to be treated like a queen.
Yeah.
Okay. I have so many questions. Last question. What do you think of Kendall Jenner? What I'm saying.
Caitlyn.
Is it Caitlyn?
Caitlyn
Jenner, yes.
He was the one in the Olympics, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the father. Yeah, but haram, this poor guy,
I know.
You seeing this? I don't. How would you as a father feel with all your daughters doing this, selling themselves?
I mean, it's very, very embarrassing. Definitely to be known for that. Publicly. But I wouldn't change my organs.
We don't know what he went through mentally. Some people do have mental breakdowns in life. We don't know. You spend your entire life on cameras as well, and fame is not easy. So when I was in my TV career and I was at the height of my fame, I wasn't necessarily the happiest. Fame comes at a price for a lot of people.
It does.
And I will say that when I worked, I was very, very popular. I was depressed, and I struggled. And there's pieces in my book about suicide and different things, right? I'm very hardcore and very deep, and I feel when I also stepped out of that, all my anxiety went away. So we don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
We don't know what he's going through, but for him to have made such a drastic change, it must be deep. And I wish them well, but coming from one sand particle of that level of fame that they have.
Yeah.
And I had a hard time with one sand particle. These people got the whole beach. I don't know what they went through or what they go through.
Fair enough.
And remember, what's on the camera is very different than what's behind closed doors.
That's true.
People tell me all the time, they're like, oh, you have the best life. You're living your best life on Instagram and here. And I'm like, I show you 1% of my life. One. You don't know what I deal with every day. You don't know what I'm handling, you don't know. No. So yeah, I put the best life. I'm not one of these people that's going to be like, look, I'm sick. You're never going to see me do that. I had pneumonia. I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. Like, nobody even knew I was sick, Like, I don't promote anything like that. So a lot of people are different on camera.
Amazing talk.
Sorry, I talk a lot.
No, I love this. I love it. I don't know how to end it. It's just so inspiring to learn from you. It's great to get this old school, like you said, anomaly mentality, because to bring it back is like so hard into this world.
No, it's here. A lot of girls are just like me. They just don't talk about it. A lot of women think like me. A lot of my girls that are working hard, that don't come, a lot of my girlfriends.
When can we expect the next episode of the Girl Boss Podcast?
We're looking at around mid-December, so that we're under fit out right now.
Okay.
So probably around mid-December, we're coming back. So
can you bring this topic up?
Sure.
It'd be awesome.
You be my guest and we talk about it. We continue the conversation.
Let's do it.
So no, but you would be surprised. A lot of women think just like me, but maybe aren't brave enough to say it.
Okay.
Because, people are afraid to get judged.
Okay. Well, I
What are you
really
gonna say
hope.
about me?
I really do hope that that we, bring it back and change, like positive change like this really comes back to the scene. Honestly, with the transgender movement going on, sharing bathrooms in the West.
No. Listen, I get so offended. I'm like, excuse me, this is the ladies only section. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm in Europe. Like, can't do that here. I'm like, why are you sitting here? Move, it's my section. Like, I love having when people are like, you live in Dubai, they're so strict. I'm like, woo, I love it. Like, I go to hospital, it's ladies only. I go to RTA, ladies only. I don't have to. No, I love it. Like, I love it. I love how this country pampers its women. For me, it's great. I was in Greece in the summer, Mykonos, and I went to a venue and I walked into the bathroom. There was a guy in there, and I'm like,
"There's a guy in your bathroom?"
It was.
Oh, it was a shared bathroom.
Yes, and I was like, "What's happening? Where's the ladies' room?"
They're cutting costs, so they're sharing bathrooms.
No, it's a thing in the West.
Oh my God!
This was in Greece. It's a thing in the West. Male and female is the same. In Ibiza, it's the same. In all these different London, it's the same. You go to like a nice restaurant and you go to a bathroom and it's men and women, and I'm like, "Oh, wow." I am not comfort. No. No. No, but yeah, like you said, in the West, this is a thing, but I don't know.
Well, we have to wrap it there.
Sure.
It was a really good, I think, insightful podcast for me personally. And I really hope the audience here benefited. For those watching, if they're interested in getting in touch with you, where can they find you?
So you guys can hit me up on Instagram, Angela Gegg. You also have angelagegg.com, my website. I think there's a feedback form there, angie.ae.
Hit you up.
I think I'm everywhere. I'm easy to find. I'm like probably one of the easiest people to find.
Easiest on the search result. Just Google you.
I didn't want to say it.
Come on, you wanted to.
No.
Okay, I'm glad.
But I could say it. A guy wrote me this recently, and I was like, oh God. He's like, Google me. I was like, you did not just say that to me.
Oh, you said that?
He did to me, and I was just like, ugh, turn off. Like, bye.
Okay.
So yeah, but anyways.
We know where to find you.
Yeah, I'm easy to find. Or I'm easy to find. We'll do collaboration posts together. They can find us all.
I can't wait.
Now in this world.
It's so easy to find everything.
And my name is the name. It's not like it's AngelaGegg.com. Angela Gegg,
But once again, thank you so much for this, and can't wait to have this released. So much insightful, so much. We talked so many things, and for me, the biggest insight was actually talking about the dynamic between men and women, and how we can navigate this for in a male-dominated industry. For me, that was really good. I think I want to bring that old school mentality back.
Can I say one more thing before we sign off?
Yeah,
so recently there was this, I was at an event and there was a guy and he asked me for my number and I said, sure. And I think I entered it wrong, but it was not intentional.
Yeah.
Most men would have not bothered. They'd have thought that I gave him the wrong number. This guy, because he also had a copy of the magazine that had my name on it, found me on every social media platform and started messaging me.
Oh.
And I was just like, whoo, baby. I was such a turn on for me.
Yeah?
Because I wanted to see him. It was somebody I connected with. And I thought, I liked his energy.
Damn.
And I gave him accidentally the wrong number. And he went on to find me. And he did it so that to me, the confidence in that was so sexy to me.
That's hot.
Yes, for me. And
because it shows effort.
Thank you. And most men wouldn't have done that. 99% of the guys wouldn't have done that.
Where is he now? We'll leave it there. Hey!
Off camera.
Okay. We'll leave it there. But let's continue this on your podcast.
Sure. Done deal.
Done deal. All right, guys. That is a wrap. Wow. What a podcast that was. I was blown away. If you want to find out more about Angela, we'll leave all the links in the description. Hope you found this insightful. Thank you for watching.
Wait, and if you want to buy real estate, call me.
Call her. She's your woman. Call her if you need any real estate
We
stuff.
forgot that.
We'll leave all the links in the description. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers!